Good afternoon or good evening, or I'm in the middle of that. So first of all, I would like to thanks to all the guests, ladies and gentlemen, who are here patiently hearing for the last evening. So it's immense thanks to all, and we are at the fag end of this event, and thanks to the organizer, the co-sponsors. I mean, immense thanks. Let's give a big hand to everyone. So I'll not take much of your time. So my name is Arijit Samanta. I'm based out in Calcutta, and I am a part of Kaspersky Lab South Asia team. South Asia means comprising of the India and the SAARC countries, and I take care of the East India and Bangladesh as a region. So to start with, so my topic is threat management and defense. So what it is? So from yesterday, after it started around 3:34. So we are talking about digital India, the Northeast, digital Northeast, digital transformation. So what is actually, so we are transforming ourselves from, maybe in other words or in layman's terminology, it's from manual to digital or computerized. But before that, we need to understand. So after conversion of this, what are the threats and what are the trends? So if you see the threats, can you name any one of the threats that are coming and what are the trends based on that? Anyone? You must be using at least the antivirus at your home, at your organization. So anyone name any one threat? Anyone? Right, stolen of credit card data. So how stolen of credit card data is taking place, right? So it is again a digital, right? So these are the buzzwords that we have come across, the trends, the Internet of Things, the big data, the robotics, the IoT, the smart cities. So these are the digital transformation we have taken place, and based on that, what are the trends, the digital, the threats that we are perceiving nowadays? Ransomware, supply chain attack, mobile threats, massive data leaks. My co-sponsors just a few minutes back spoke about the data leaks. So these are the threats that we are perceiving in nowadays. Now I'll just give you a quick view from 1997 to 2017, 2 decades. Kaspersky Lab, I believe you are aware, Kaspersky Lab is based out in Moscow, is a Russian company, it's a 20 years only into cybersecurity space, no acquisition, no selling out, it's totally on its own R&D. Around 40% of our revenue goes into the research and development. I'll just give you a few seconds of Kaspersky Lab. Research and development and transparency lab are based out in Geneva, Switzerland. And another one is coming up in South Asia, either it will be in Singapore or in Malaysia. So that has not yet been decided. So in 97, Kaspersky Lab, as per Kaspersky Lab database, we used to count only 40 malware in a day. In 2017, you just see the figure, it's 320,000 in a day as per Kaspersky Lab database. So in 20 years, from 97 to 2017, from 40 to 320,000. So an exponential growth of malware. So why it is happening? It's all because of the transformation from manual to digital. So this is a small thing, and from 97 to 2018, the overall total malware in KL database is 597 million. You can imagine the malware and the threats that we are using. How many of you are using smartphone? Rather, I would like to put it in this way. How many of you are not using smartphone? One hand. Okay, great. How many of you using smartphone? All hands. So, sir, how many of you have spent around 400 INR to 500 INR for protecting your mobile devices like cases or maybe the screen guard? I believe yes or no. Can we get the hands? Yes, everyone. So we are aware. We are aware that our mobile might get break, so that's why we have put into it, right? But are you aware that with this smartphone that we are using, we are under threat? We have got lots of contacts over here, photos, we do banking transaction, NEFT transactions through a phone. Are you aware that this mobile phone we are using are under threat? So how many of you are using a mobile device security installed on your smartphone? No one. Or one hand from two hands. So this is the awareness level. See the percentage drop. We are not aware. So security is nothing but people, process, and technology. First comes are the people. We have to be aware. We are aware. So that's why we keep our valuable things like gold, ornaments, jewelry in the safest or maybe in the safe of the almirah. Why? Because we are aware. We are not putting those jewelries in the open balcony. No, we are aware. So this is where we need to be aware. So security is nothing but people, process, and technology. These needs to be interlinked and aligned. It's not working? Flickr is not working, I believe. Can I have a second one? It's not sensing, I think. Yeah, I'm doing it. Right one. Yeah, now this one. Yeah, thanks, thank you. Yeah. So this is the digital transformation of business, and this is driving this security demand. So as per Industry 4.0, we see again the big data, the system integration, IoT, cyber security, cloud computing, connecting of devices. So these are the digital transformation we are talking about in the entire world, including our beloved country. This is the reason for that security is driving. So based on this, our thorough research, 20 years of R&D, we have done an adaptive security framework which comprises of the 4 quadrants. Quadrant number 1 starts from predict. Second quadrant starts from prevent. Now, what is predict? So if you see, there are some words written over there under the left-hand corner of this adaptive framework is called the predict. What are these? These are nothing but a mixture of product and services. So predict means we can predict that what are the advanced threats that can attack to your organization by various threat data feeds, APT, reporting. Based on the reporting and our research and analysis, we can predict the feeds. Through our feeds, we can predict the threats. So this we call it as the predict. The next is the prevent. Through this prevent stage, what we can do, the security solutions of the normal, like the endpoint, server, storage, your application, database, all this stuff. So this layer, we are very much aware. We are purchasing in an organization, we're purchasing 100 laptops or 100 servers, installing a database, installing a data center. We are securing it. So we are preventing it. We are preventing it. Next stage comes is the detect. So when some threats passes this prevent layer, we detect it. How? This is with APT, the anti-targeted attack, and some EDR. What is an EDR? The latest buzzword, everyone is talking about the EDR. It is nothing but the endpoint detection and response. How do I detect it and respond it accordingly? So for that, we need to be aware. We have to be aware. So before any threat arises, prevent, we are very much aware. Purchasing 10 servers for your data centers, you are purchasing data center security. So it's prevent. The next stage you need to think about is the detect. How do you detect? So that's the mechanism. Again, it is not a product and services alone. It's a mix and match and combinations of product and services. That's what at Kaspersky Lab, we are giving this security framework. The last part is the respond. How do you respond when a threat has occurred into your organization? How do you respond? Again, this is a mixture of some products and services. If you see the threat management and defense, incident response, investigation. So this security, we call it as the Kaspersky Security Adaptive Framework. This is as per aligned with Gartner's Adaptive Security Framework. It's nothing of our own that we have developed. The same thing Gartner, uses this Adaptive Security Framework. So based on this Adaptive Security Framework, we have come across, we were there, as it's a Russian company, so very weak in marketing, not an American company. Product baad mein aayega, pehle marketing chalu kar do. So very, weak in marketing. I am very open to say that. So if you see, India government purchases the defense equipments mostly from Russia because they are very strong in technology. Second, the country I should mention is Israel. Again, technology-driven number one, but again, weak in marketing. So we are more or less same. Yes, we are now in the ground, in the field, to meet to our partners, meet to our customers. Based on that, we have got this enterprise security solutions, the threat management and defense. It is nothing but a mixture of products and services, which I have spoken in my previous slide. Adaptive security framework. Second is the hybrid cloud solution. Now, why hybrid cloud solution? Everyone is talking about cloud. What is cloud? We know cloud some 100 donkeys years ago. What is cloud? We are using electricity. We have got meter at our home. We just use electricity, and as per the government rate, we pay. Simple, that's a cloud. We are not bothered how electricity is generated. That's cloud. We are using our mobile phone. I'm not bothered how Airtel or Vodafone is having all their devices and how they are giving their data and all those stuff. This is cloud. This is nothing. It's cloud. This simple layman's language I'm talking about. This is cloud. So we have got hybrid cloud securities. What is this hybrid cloud security? Yes, it's server security where it can work on the on-premise, your data center servers, your virtualized servers, your physical servers, plus people are talking about cloud, so we need to be aligned with the cloud also. Yes, that also can work with your cloud security, cloud application servers. Fraud prevention. Again, that's a solution, fraud prevention. In the banking industries or in the BFSI industry, it works very well, the fraud prevention. The IoT security and the endpoint security, which everyone is aware. In other words, we call it as the antivirus. But it is endpoint security, comprises not only of antivirus, but other gamuts of technology which is imbibed into it. It comes with encryption, the patch management. You will be purchasing the patch management from some other OEMs or from some other vendors. But yes, we give this vulnerability and system management and the patch management bundled with our endpoint security. So you do not have to go to other vendor to manage your consoles. And this gives a very user-friendly to the IT people who are managing the IT assets or maybe the application for your organization. Some accolades of Kaspersky Lab, Gartner, Forrester. Last 2 days, 3 days back, a report came out from the Gartner peer site 2018. So we are at number 1 in the endpoint security, ranking at around 4.7. We're at number 1 at the endpoint security from the Gartner Peer Insight 2018. I can share you offline. It's there in my laptop. So it came out just 2-3 days back. A small video to sum up. I believe, ma'am, I am on time? Exactly, 32 seconds left. So if you can play the video. So this will sum up the products and the solutions. That's it. I am on time. This screen is already showing time's up. Lights are on. So to secure ourselves from our side, we have given a token of small, I believe it's there in your desk. It has been distributed, a token of internet security. As I have not seen, most of you has not raised your hands to protect your smartphone. So you can, Android user, you can, it's for Android. Android user, you can go to Google Play Store, download Kaspersky Lab, and it will ask you for what we call it as an activation key. So if you tear that particular booklet, that CD come thing, you will get the activation key. It's free for 1 year. Use it, enjoy it. Let's see. Yeah.
You sure you'll make it short? All right. Yes.
I would like to know why your products are priced very high. This is 365. If you Google just now, it's available at 150. Why?
Okay, great questions. So there is an everyday, there's an, what we call it as, we have got an handshaking with Google, we have got handshaking with Amazon, we have got handshaking with Flipkart. So based on that there, our digital team works on the pricing based on the number of users it gets, flow from out from the stock, from Amazon. It's not from our side we give the discount. So there is some stock with Amazon or maybe with Flipkart or maybe with Google. They have already purchased some stock with a valued pricing from us. To clear this stock, they might be doing that. So it is nothing related to our side. Say for example, I believe most of you have been to Kolkata. Most have been to Kolkata and must be aware that in April there is some, call it as the Poila Boishakh sale Utsav or some there, right? Or maybe some Diwali sale. So it is nothing related with the OEM. It is the shop owner who has got the stock to sell out the stock because he is holding the stock maybe for 2 quarters or 3 quarters down the line. So it is affecting their shelf price. So that's why it might be, it's nothing related to us. But yes, if you want to go endpoint security for your organization, maybe 200, 400 or 2000 users, we have got a list price based on a requirement. The discounting is come from our side. That is at the enterprise level, not at the consumer level. And basically, I come from the enterprise background. We have got another division called as the B2C, business to consumer, where you into the shops, you will get some boxes on the computer, boxes, some antivirus. So that's the consumer product. I come from the enterprise background. Any other questions?
All right, sir, I think we'll have to call it a day, definitely.
Okay. We can take it offline. We can take it offline.
Yes, definitely. So with the question being answered,